Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Rahawa Kakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that continue to rule very well. Shalom to the Hofi elect that's continually laboring this truth, that's spreading this ministry and this gospel to the other members of the Hofi elect in all faith, truth, sincerity. Shalom. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled, "Can we curse out our own people?" And a simple answer to that is yes, we can. All right, because there's plenty of scriptures where it goes into the prophets getting onto our people. All right, which is the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And scriptures where the prophets, the men of the Lord, got on Israel, man. Cursed them out. And even to the point to where, the prophets of old had to, they had to fight, to fight on people too, man. All right. Especially, I'll give you a quick example. Nehemiah. All right. He started cursing out our people, all right, for going off, for being wicked. All right. And then he got to the point to where Nehemiah had to fight them, man. All right, pulling out their hair. All right, and like I said at the beginning of the video, yes, we do have the green light to curse out our own people, man. All right, and through the Spirit, I know, guys that's just not coming to this thing, they probably have that question, why are we cursing out our own people? Well, the Lord sanctioned it, man. Okay. And then I'm sure there's other guys that have questions like, well, if 2/3 of our people are to be destroyed, thus saith the Lord, then why are we still cursing them out? Well, and the simple answer to that is that we have to tell them where they're going off at, man. We have to tell them that they are indeed going off and that they're wicked for what they're doing. All right, and whether they hear or whether they forbear, all right, the word has already been given to them, man. So, and that goes right into Ezekiel, the 33rd chapter, where it speaks about blowing the trumpet. All right, so the trumpet's been blown. All right, so if the people don't take warning, whoever doesn't take warning, then the blood is on his own head. Okay. But just gonna go ahead and jump into the scriptures. This Isaiah, the 28th chapter, in the 11th verse. It says, "For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people." Okay. As we start at verse 10, Slaki. It said, "For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little." And that's how we read the scriptures, man. It's a puzzle piece. You have to put the pieces together. All right, it's not like you can pick up the Bible and read it as a Harlequin novel. Okay. And the Lord has to give you the spirit to be able to decipher what's the true breakdowns of the scriptures. Okay. Now verse 11 says, "For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people." Okay. Now I go into the word stammering, right? That word stammering is la'aik. Okay. La'aik in the Hebrew. And it means mocking. All right. To mock. All right, mocking, stammering. From H3932, it says a buffoon, also a foreigner, mocker, stammerer. All right. Now, this is Jacinius Hebrew Chaldee Lexicon. It says speaking in a foreign tongue or strange language, that's not what it's talking about. Which what the definition is really talking about is jester, as you see right here. Jester, buffoon, mocker. All right. To just, to make jokes here and there. And you see us do that too, man. We make jokes about Jake, when we go out in the highways and byways, when we put up videos, you might catch us making a joke about Jake every now and then. And which that's in the eyes of the Lord, he's all right with it, man. All right. Because, I ran into a person that came into the truth before, he was saying like, oh man, I don't want to make fun of my own people, man. Well, the thing is that that's how we speak to our people, man, with stammering lips and another tongue, man. And we are using another tongue, all right, which is this bastardized language, which is English, okay. And with stammering lips, which just means to mock, all right. We mock our people, man, all right. And that's how we speak to them, man. We speak in a jester type of way, okay. Now, like it says right here, Isaiah the 28th chapter and 11th verse said, "For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people," man. And that's exactly how we speak to our people, man. Now, I want to grab another precept. Now, I want to grab this next precept is going to be an example of a man of the Lord, in particular Jeremiah. Went to curse out our own people, man. All right, this is Jeremiah the 7th chapter. In the 16th verse, it says, therefore, and this is the Lord speaking, man. This is what he was telling Jeremiah. He said, therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. All right. Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah, in the streets of Jerusalem? So the Lord telling, look, don't pray to me, don't lift up a cry to me for them. All right. For he's not going to hear them. Okay, verse 17 says, seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah, in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the queen of heaven. All right, and predominantly you see the northern kingdom doing that, man. All right, the so-called Latino tribes worshiping Mary. Okay, which really they're worshiping the queen of heaven, man. All right, and they actually do that, man. I actually bear witness to that, man. They actually do make certain foods in reverence to Mary, man. All right, set up candles. Man, I can go forever into how the Latino tribes, put together, the man, it's crazy, man. Words can't even express the madness that I witnessed, man. But that's neither here or there. I just want to continue in the topic. It says, to make cakes to the queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto the other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. Okay, so they provoke Yahweh Shemal Shah to anger, man. Not only the Latino tribes, the northern kingdom, but also the southern kingdom as well, man. All right, because they're also going off. All right, so really the 2/3 of our people are provoking the Lord to anger. So that's one of the reasons why the Lord gave the green light to do that, man. For us to curse out our own people. All right. So this is not me saying this. All right. This is the Lord Yahweh, which that's the name of the Heavenly Father, and his son named Yahweh Shai. This is what he says. He says, yes, you can curse out our own people, man. All right. Jeremiah, the 11th chapter and the 14th verse. Now I'm going to get Jeremiah, the 18th chapter in a second. I'm going to show you something. That's why Jeremiah, the 11th chapter and the 14th verse, it said, therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. So the Lord, now he's directing his attention towards the 2/3 of our people, saying that he's not going to hear them. All right. When they cry unto him for trouble, man. All right. So when trouble and anguish comes to the doors of 2/3 of our people, and they're going to call to him, all right, he's not going to hear them, man. All right. Now, like I said before, I'm going to show you something. Let me get the book of Jeremiah, the 18th chapter. All right. Now, Jeremiah, the 18th chapter, and Slakia. Verse 19, it says, give heed to me, O Yahweh, Baal Hashem Yahweh Shai, and hearken to the voice of them that contend with me. Shall evil be recompensed for good? For they have digged a pit for my soul. All right. So, Jeremiah was doing the work, right? He was prophesying. And guess what? Guess what his own people did? Guess what the nation of Israel did? The same thing they do to us, man. They ridicule us. All right. They call us out of our names, mock us. All right. Really, man, they want us dead, man, to be honest with you. Okay, to be deadly honest with you. They want us in the ground, man. Why is that, man? Because we speak the truth to them, man, and we speak uprightly. All right, and they have a problem with that. Okay, so they recompense the same way they did Jeremiah. They recompensed evil for good, man. Okay, for they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them, and to turn away thy wrath from them. All right, and that's what we doing, man. All right, because really we represent the whole nation of Israel by doing this. Okay, verse 21 said, therefore deliver. Oh, this is where Jeremiah got to the nitty gritty, man, and cursing out our people. He said, therefore deliver up the children to the famine. All right, and Slaki got to handle business real quick. Bear me for 1 minute. All right, Slakia. It says, therefore deliver up the children to the famine and pour out their blood by the force of the sword. Let the wives be bereaved of their children and be widows, and let their men be put to death. Let their young men be slain by the sword in battle. Let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them. Now this is going directly into Jacob's trouble, man. Okay. So those cries are going to be heard from the houses when those Gurkha troops come busting in their doors, man. Okay. For they have digged a pit to take me and hid snares for my feet. All right. Yet Yahweh Ba'ashim al-Shai, thou knowest all their counsel against me to slay me. Forgive not their iniquity. Oh, man. So Jeremiah told the Lord, look, don't forgive their iniquity, man. Let them be slain and be taken out by your wrath. Okay. Neither blot out their sin from thy sight, but let them be overthrown before thee. Deal thus with them in the time of thine anger, man. So Jeremiah got tired of it, man. He said, look, I had enough of Israel, man. I'm going to go ahead and curse them out. And that's exactly what Jeremiah did, man. Now, I'm going to get the book of Nehemiah, right? I don't remember exactly where it is, but let me see. See, Nehemiah, bear me for 1 second, Akim. 1 second, it's like it. This is Nehemiah, the 13th chapter, in the, see, I'm starting the 23rd verse to get the whole scope of the whole situation. Why Nehemiah did that. There's Nehemiah, the 13th chapter, the 23rd verse, saying, in those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod and could not speak in the Jews' language. What's the Jews' language? Hebrew. Okay? But according to the language of each people. All right? And, wait, hold on. I got to handle business once again. Got to put the phone down for a minute.
Sit down. Let me get you got what's it called? Spike lemonade switchers? You probably got them down.
Where are those?
Just answer me this. Did you get a recent truck on the shelves?
Recent truck?
Like a recent supply on it?
Oh, no.
Oh, then never mind. Let me get a pack of red sweets right there.
You ain't red sweet.
White out, my bad. Because usually when this is one store I'm used to. They probably different. Because they get these like different kinds, like honey bourbon, and spike lemonade, shit like that. Y'all don't get to choose y'all's own shit when y'all get them in? Yeah. Oh yeah, you need to fuck with White Owl, honey bourbon. That'd be like the most ball shell in here. There you go. $1.10, you can choose.
confusion in the face. But Slakia, back in Nehemiah, the 13th chapter and 23rd verse, say, in those days also saw Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab, and their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people. So, and they'll look at this and say, oh, see, you can't deal with a woman of another nation, see? But no, man. The reason why Nehemiah went off on them is because they couldn't speak in the Hebrew language. They were teaching their children they were teaching their children to speak, in other languages other than the Hebrew language, man. That's why Nehemiah went off, because the Lord specifically told Israel not to go into the ways of these other nations. All right. So, read on at verse 25 says, and I contended with them. All right. So what it means to contend with them, man? To fight. All right. So Nehemiah got busy, man. Okay. I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them. All right. So he throwing jabs, man. He went to fist the cuffs with them, man. Like the Apostle El Tahar always say, man. Going to fist the cuffs, man. That's what Nehemiah was doing, man. He was going fist the cuffs with them. He was smoting them, all right, beating them, all right. And he said he plucked off their hair and made them swear by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, saying, ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, and nor take their daughters unto your sons or for yourselves. All right. So there it is, man. Even Nehemiah cursed out our people, man. All right. So there's another precept that I wanted to get. It escapes me right now. Let me go to because right now the only ones we're dealing with is the elect, man. This is exclusive. Okay, not all Israel's gonna come back to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. Okay, and this will solidify it. This Romans the 11th chapter and the 7th verse said, what then? Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Okay, according as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. All right. So there it is, man. All right. Now, that just lets you know that the Lord is only dealing with the election, man. Okay. Now I want to make another quick point, right? Psalms the 69th chapter, because even King David cried to the Lord because he was being, for lack of a better term, he was catching flack from his own people too, man. Now let me get Psalms the 69th chapter and the 7th verse said, because for thy sake I have borne reproach, shame hath covered my face. I am become a stranger unto my brethren, and an alien unto my mother's children. And that's how we are, man. We become a stranger to our own people. All right, they look at us sideways, saying that, man, who this guy is, man. He's not one of us, man. All right, and they're right. We're not one of them, man. Okay, we're of the nation of Israel, man. They want to call themselves black, so-called Negroes or whatever under the sun, like Moors or Latinos, Puerto Ricans, or whatever, man. They can have that, man. What we have is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai in the nation of Israel, man, and that's what we go by, Hebrew Israelites. So they can have it, man. Okay, and an alien unto my mother's children. Okay, for the zeal of thine house hath eaten me up, and the reproaches of them have us like it. And the reproaches of them that reproach thee are fallen upon me. All right. So even King David cried to the Lord about the flack that he was catching from his own people, man. Even the King David, the king over Israel, man, caught flack. All right. And you know what? That's the same thing. That's what we go through too, man. Because King David came back in the same lot, man, as a prophet. All right, and guess what happened? He caught the same flack that he did back then. Just how we catch it from our own people. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab this last precept. I'm gonna close it on out. It's Zechariah, the 13th chapter. I'm start at the 8th verse. It says, "Shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, 2 parts therein, which is 2/3 of Israel, all right, 2/3 of our people, which are of the wicked, shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein." All right. So 1/3 is going to be left. It's going to be slacked. The 1/3 is going to be preserved, man. Okay, but the 2/3 are going to be left out to die, man. And by us going out in the highways and byways and speaking to them, right, teaching, prophesying them to them, telling them what's to come down the pipeline, it's revealing unto us who's who, man. Okay, because when you run into the prophets, hey, you, like the scriptures say, man, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, man. Because to 2/3, man, they come up, they don't realize that they get condemned when they walk up, man. All right, or whatever gesture they might make, or whatever that's negative towards Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and his men.